All right. I want to look at excuses for not keeping the dietary laws. Yes, excuses that religious people use for not keeping the dietary laws. Leviticus 11 and verse 1 says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which you shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth." So God begins to list the clean beasts and the unclean scavenger beasts that were designed to clean up the earth. Okay, so he separates clean from unclean. Now I can just hear some religious person saying, "Oh, he's talking to the children of Israel. He's talking to Israel. He's talking to the Jews. He's talking to somebody. He's not talking to me." Listen, just can your religion. Just cut it out of your life. You don't need it. It's not doing you a bit of good. Okay. All right. Get this. God created the world. All right. God created mankind, so he knows the anatomy of the body, how the body works. God created the animal kingdom, clean and unclean, and God gave us the dietary laws and said, these you can eat, these are not fit for human consumption. And I'm giving you these laws for your own personal health. How hard is this? Is this difficult to understand? Is this beyond your comprehension to understand? So let's take a look at some excuses that people use. Peter's vision, oh boy, ignorant preachers have a heyday with this one. Acts 10 verse 10, "And he, Peter, became very hungry, and he would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance, and saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending up unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners, and let down to the earth. Wherein were all manners of four-footed beasts of the earth, wild beasts, creeping things, and the fowls of the air." In other words, all of these unclean beasts and animals are in this sheet. "And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. And Peter said," notice this, let these words sink deep into your ears. "Peter said, Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean." I want you to think about who Peter is speaking to. He says, "Not so, Lord." He's speaking to the Lord. He's speaking to God. And he says, "Not so." And this is repeated 3 times. And each time, "Not so, Lord. I've never eaten anything common or unclean." I mean, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Instead of Peter's response was not, "Oh boy, I get to eat all this garbage." No. He says, "Not so, Lord. I'm not about to touch that nasty stuff." He knew God's law. He knew it a lot better than a lot of Christians, I'll tell you that. He had conviction. And he says, no, I know what your law, I know what your word says, and I'm not eating that. Acts 10 and verse 17. "Now while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which was sent should mean," notice, Peter didn't come to the erroneous, ignorant conclusion that most religious people come to. "Oh boy, I get to eat that porker. I get to eat anything I want to." No, he thought about, he doubted in himself what the vision should mean. Now, what did the vision mean? Well, let's look at your Bible. What's really in your Bible? Here's your Bible. Are you going to believe it? All right, Acts 10 and verse 28. "And he said to them," this is the explanation of the vision, "You know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come into another nation. But God has shown me through the vision that I should not call any man common or unclean." What was the end result? What was the answer? Why did Peter say, "Not so, Lord"? This was the meaning of the vision, that I should not call any man common or unclean.